Thank you very much. Let me start by thanking the ESDS and the organization for squeezing me in at the last minute. So I'm going to try and be brief because I know you probably have many questions for the presenters. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Also, in anticipation of a possible question afterwards, there was recently an announcement of an agreement between the World Bank and Google for licensing some of our statistical data sets to Google. Some of you maybe have read about that. That only affects 17 out of over 800 indicators in our World Development Indicators data set. The rest of the data set, it's still a subscription product and will carry on being so for the foreseeable future. Anyway, what I'm going to present you is really a mapping tool we have developed with, in cooperation with HarperCollins UK. We have, this is even before the alpha version. I mean, this is a very new product that we are still testing. And basically what we have done, we have taken like I said, the 900 people take indicators of the World Development Indicators dataset, and we have created this mapping tool so that we can see a visual representation of them. So this is what it looks like without any indicators. So let me just start putting some numbers here. So here on the left you have the different indicators you can add, and I'm going to take this is structured by categories, subcategories, and for example, if I click on the serial yield, I should have here information on the actual indicator that I'm selecting. I'm not sure how fast is the connection, but let's see if it works. There you go. So what I have here is the indicator. Like I said, I've selected serial yield as an indicator, so I have here a representation of what the world looks like. This is kilograms per hectare, and the data is as per 2007, which is the most recent one. You have here on the left the scale, and there's different information here. If I browse through a country, I have the information for a particular country, or here on the right, I have several useful information. For example, I have the information for the world total, how much is the actual production, and I have some related indicators to this particular one. And I'm not sure if you can read that from the back. Agriculture employment, agriculture machinery, tractors. So if I click here, I will change indicators. I will have a different map. Here at the bottom right, I have a ranking table. So the different countries, Belgium ranked number 1, Mauritius, Egypt, etc. This is a ratio. And you see also here the data. You can change this and making sure that the bar graph. If this is too small, we can always increase so that you have some of the information here. You can create also a pie chart. What I'm going to do also is I'm going to show you some of the tools here. For example, I can use a comparative mode where my map would split into two, and I can select here on the right, for instance, I'm going to change the year, and I'm going to go to, let's say, 1980. So my map has changed. As you can see, there's different, some of the colors have changed. Just to highlight how the changes are, I can hide here in the map the different scales, and here what I will see is how the world has changed. For example, I see from 1980 to 2007, some countries have increased their production, like for example, we see Argentina or Chile and some countries, or China notably, that have changed the different, you can really see a visual representation of how these countries have evolved. You can do this, the idea is that you will be able to do this, after we click that you will be able to do this for all 900 indicators, and we are working on that. So let me go back to the standard mode, and I'm going to show you a couple of other things. Like I said before, if you browse over a particular country, you can see its data, but you can also select some of the countries. For example, I'm going to select Brazil, and what I have here at the bottom, I have a chart of this particular indicator over time. Since 1961 we have data on how this indicator has evolved, and I'm not going to be very original. I'm going to select the BRICS and add in China, and you can see here a comparison with Brazil. I'm going to add Russia, and I'm missing a brick, which is India. Okay, so for all 4 countries, you can see here, I can expand this representation, and you can see how this particular indicator has evolved. I can click here to display the world. Bear in mind that this is again a ratio. So I see that in the case of China, the kilograms of cereal produced by hectare is above the world average, and I can click here in different years, and I can get the specific data for, in this case, the world, or here for China for that particular year. I can change the scale. For it to be logarithmic, between logarithmic and linear, I can switch from one to the other. And also here on the top right, you might have noticed that that this has changed, and I have here the information on the particular country. If I click on the country, I have some country information. We're going to be adding here some additional information. For the moment, it's very basic what we have: India, South Asia, low middle income country, which is the currency, the national account space here. But we're going to be adding some useful information here, especially for statisticians, so that they know where the data, for this particular country, different basic indicators that can be included here. And the same for the rest of the countries. Now, let me show you a couple of other things. The export function is particularly useful. Should be able to log in. And here I can export any map or any representation that I have in all these formats: image, PDF, CSV. So if I click on image, what I have, or I should have, it's a screenshot of exactly what I have, or the representation that I had at that moment in the screen. And, bear with me here. I didn't test that in this computer. I didn't know how slow it was going to be, Celia, so I'm sorry about that. They will come eventually. I'm not sure we'll have time to see it.
Is there data put, like data from the World Development Indicators in here?
Yeah, the whole World Development Indicators is already in here. What we're doing now is we are really testing that to make sure that this is working fine. And I've kind of reset here, so just bear with me. It took too long to show it to you. Let me just show you a couple of other things real quick. I'm selecting the same indicator. You can save also any of the results you have. Well, you can bookmark, you can export them. I tried to show you that, but that didn't work because of the collection. I can import my own data. So while you have the World Development Indicators here, if you have any particular data set that you want to import in this tool, you can also do so. And you can, if your time series is a single year or multiple years, there's instructions here on how to upload it.
It's a great resource for students, I think.
Yeah, and the idea, that's why we partner with HarperCollins. The idea is that we're going to be using this for our own World Development Indicators, but HarperCollins is also going to create, using this tool, different products for students, from schools, from K to 12 to also undergrad and graduate students. And just here's the different data that in this case we have imported, so you can always go back to it and retrieve the data. And this is a different time series that this user has imported. And here you can share this, you can email whatever results you have to a colleague, and you can bookmark. You can bookmark that particular search you've done, and if you click on My Maps, you have all the previous searches and maps and representations that you have used in the past. And I'm going to leave it there. I want to make sure we leave enough time for questions. But very, very briefly, the time span that we're looking at, we're going to be using this tool to develop a interactive Millennium Development Goal product. That one will be available for free and will be launching in April. And around summer to fall, most likely, we will officially launch this as part of the World Development Indicators. So we still are working through the authentication process, how people will access it, access portal, etc. So we have to make sure that this is integrated with the data set.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So what's the link on the website?
Excuse me?
I can't read the link.
I prefer you not to read it because this is still a test environment. So we really kind of, our engineers are kind of working into this. So
When do we know then when it comes out?
we will announce this to all our current subscribers of the World Development Indicators. We will, since I work in the marketing unit, we'll make sure that everybody knows it and we'll make a big splash out of it. But like I say, it's going to take a lot of time because we have to look at every single indicator to make sure that it has been uploaded right, that everything works okay. So there's many people now working on all the different bugs that may occur.
Thank you very much.